mascots have always terrified me. Even at the happiest place on earth, I refuse to go up to my favorite character because they were a mascot. So, it should come as no surprise that one of my favorite game series of all time is Five Nights at Freddy's, the parent of all mascot horror games, or at least what got them in the mainstream in the first place. Its unnecessarily complicated lore alone adds enough intrigue for the fanbase to go crazy. With its 10th anniversary back in August,
10 years? God, I'm getting old.
Its movie finally released last October, and the second one in the works, this franchise has gone places even the creator didn't see coming. Of course, it's always hard to see how far the shot will go when you're in the dark.
Lord!
Scott Cawthon was an aspiring game developer working at a grocery store. After another failure with his latest game, Chipper & Sons Lumber Co., Scott almost completely gave up on game development. Despite this, the game's reviews stuck with him. Many players saw the characters as creepy and robotic. Scott said, "Fine, you want creepy robots? I'll give you creepy robots." And thus FNaF was born. The game quickly gained popularity as the scariest game of 2014. With content creators like Markiplier, Dawko, Jacksepticeye, and Game Theory adding to the hype, Scott proceeded to make 3 more games and announce a movie in development within less than a year. Knowing that he couldn't make a story out of nothing, he wrote some books to help write the movie script.
Was that the bite of 87?
During the 9 years of waiting for the movie, we got 13 more games and a lot of books. And I mean a lot of books. Even with the movie release, books are still being published. We have the original trilogy and its graphic novel versions, Fazbear Fright series and its graphic novel versions, Tales from the Pizzaplex series and its graphic novel versions, Survival Logbook, The Freddy Files, a cookbook, an interactive novel series, and more. For comparison, there are more books in the franchise than there are actual games. The Fazbear Fright series alone has 12 novels. You would think, with all these books, we would know what the overarching plot is. Not really. We only recently discovered one of the most important characters' name. And even then, people are still debating about that. Thanks, Scott, for giving us Fazgoo and not any lore that makes sense. You would also think that the movie must have followed at least one of these books' storylines. It must have, right?
Music Man!
The movie was announced back in 2014, during the time when Scott was writing the hype of the first game. 9 iterations of the script were written and thrown out over the years, as well as changing production companies. The Five Nights at Freddy's movie was originally going to be produced by Warner Brothers, but after a bit of conflicting opinions and Warner Brothers wanted to make it more kid-friendly, Scott decided to go with Blumhouse instead, which, in my personal opinion, ended up being a great move on his part. Besides the villain, the movie didn't follow any of the books. It took some elements and kept some big plot points that have already been established, but the story is completely original. Abby and Mike are completely new characters, and characters like Vanessa are actually pretty recent to the lore. The way that Scott is telling the story of FNaF is complicated to say the least. He tends to put things in place, let us crack codes and theorize, and then laughs at us crazily as he releases something that completely disproves our theories. The second era of FNaF has only recently started, and we still don't know the complete story of the first era. Often the books won't even be about the characters from the main story. They're basically comparison stories to link back to the main story.
I am the king of Five Nights at Freddy!
Scott's journey with creating Five Nights at Freddy's is definitely one about success and perseverance. He went from having all his games be flops to the FNaF spin-off ARG mobile app having over 40 million downloads, and videos about FNaF from creators like Markiplier having over 121 million views. The franchise isn't slowing down anytime soon either. With the game Secrets of the Mimic set to release next year, and more books on their way, FNaF has plenty of content to keep fans entertained. More headaches for us theorists, but content nonetheless. Why did you have to leave us so soon, MatPat? Do I have to bring out Music Man to get you back? Help us, Dapper Mr. Tom. You're our only hope.
I'm sorry, but there was never enough room on this stage for both of us.